what better person to talk about supremacy than one of my wealth coaches? He's a major advocate in communities across the country. His pedigree is second to none, from Paul Mooney being his father to Dick Gregory being his godfather, to the individuals that he's be able to understanding the industry and how it works. And he's a scholar. I mean, when I come and I really need to dig deep and have a conversation, there's very few books that I've read that he hasn't read. And his IQ in reference to retain is second to none. Plus his ability of understanding the body is off the chain. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. He motivates me because we're the same age, and I'm like, oh my God. First he pisses me off, but then he motivates me. Because he's a machine, physically. I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Daryl Mooney. Come on up. We're going to give you a little stretching because you guys been eating. So go do what you do, Daryl. A lot of you guys are getting comfortable there, falling asleep on me. I see you back there. Everybody wake up.
First, I want to just do a real quick demonstration on the possibilities. It's not no big thing, but just what I do.
We're the same age, right?
I'm a year older.
You're older. Oh.
You neither here nor there.
Oh, I don't need to hear that either. You know? What you're getting ready to do.
so just show you what I do, like warming up, whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or what have you. But just years of yoga, years of movement. But I like what I'm into right now is movement, animal movements. So just watch. I'm like kind of tight because I've been sitting all day. So I'm gonna just show you how I warm up. Okay, and it can get deeper and deeper and deeper, but we're not gonna go there. I'll just show you. Start off relaxed with different things that I do. Like this stretches out the hamstrings. Just walking. Right? This is all ancient Asian stuff or African or whatever. Just movements, just movements, learning, you know, your body weight, and then coming down. You know, movements, just moving the body.
All right, millionaire.
Just moving.
That's right.
And it can speed up. You know, you can. Just different stuff. And you play. And you play. You play and you stretch. Play with your body. Strengthen your body. Flexibility, movement, relaxation. And it's fun. It's fun. But what we're going to do is just some simple stretching, because everybody should move. And so everybody stand up for me, please. All right, so if you guys are just stretching, raise your hands up in there. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with the gas. It's natural. It's natural. It's natural. It's natural. All right, just stretch up. Okay, put your arms down. Come back up. Stretch up. Put your arms down. Come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Okay, you guys are next to each other. I'm sorry. So just go forward. Inhale. Exhale. But when you inhale, I want you to have your hands, palms up. Exhale. Inhale. Now, keep them down. Now what I want you to do is bend your knees. Just bend your knees. Keep your feet flat-footed, about shoulder width apart. Now I just want you to just simple stretch. You're going to pull up, stretch, to the left. Come back down. Inhale. Exhale. Always use the breath. Inhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more. Now what I want you to do, I want you to take your fist like this. What you're going to do is you're going to do like, and you're going to stretch that.
Oh, yeah.
You see, you pull your butt out.
Yeah.
And your chest. You just,
Pull your butt out.
and curve and
Pull it in.
round your back. And down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Now, when you're doing these exercises, you can do them light, you know, you're feeling light, doing them real light and relaxing. You can do them real strong, too. You know, really feel yourself. You know, but you want to warm up first. All right, now, so what I want you to do, again, this time we're going to raise up on our toes. You're going to go up, stay up there and stretch. Stay on those toes, stretch, and come down. One more time, stretch, up, up, stretch on your toes. Feel that stretch, down, inhale, up, feel that stretch. Now, how you feel? Simple stuff. Now I want you to get some circles with your hips, because a lot of energy is stored in your hips. And just circle it around. Just circle it around. Don't be embarrassed. Circle it around. You feel that? You feel them creaks? Just circle around. Circle around, feel, and relax. Go all the way around. I'm not talking about grinding. Some of y'all grind. We do that another time. I'm just talking about just circle around. Circle around. There you go. Now go the other way. 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 If you're feeling any pain, relax it. All right. One more time. Now stop. Now here's a good thing that you can always do. I want you to learn how to shake. Shake your arms. You're shaking out that stress and out that tension. Okay, now remember, bend your knees. Now you're going to start shaking, bouncing and shaking. Just relax, though. Relax. Relax. Don't be so stressed. Relax. Relax. Just let it loose. But keep your back straight. Don't be all, just keep your back in alignment. Shake. Just let it all out. Just let it out. Let it out. Yes. Yes. Okay, stop. Now relax. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right. We got it. Go. Yeah.
Have a seat right here, my brother. All right, everyone stand up. Everyone stand up. Turn around to the back. Let's let them in. I'm really proud to say that the wealth coaches, we're going to have two. I'm going to make an announcement for the ladies and the men. You got a chance to hear Deborah. Now you got a chance to hear Daryl. We're going to have our Women Inspiring Women Saturday show and it's going to start in April. And then we're going to have the Men Inspiring Men. And the Men Inspiring Men is going to feature the co-hosts, Daryl Mooney, Rodney Nickens, and Barry Menser.
Yeah.
And it's going to be live on the internet, Facebook, and YouTube. And then we got the ladies that are coming into the house too. Ladies, Deborah has her panel. We're going to surprise you ladies, but it's her crew who are part of the process in reference to our event staff and a few others, where the ladies are going to be once a month, have a show and come up with some incredible topics on success. And I know this has been I talked to Daryl, but also it's been a passion of Deborah with her Women Inspiring Women crusade, and we're going to have all different personalities on the panel coming up with topics, talking about different things in reference to success and money and life, and I'm really excited about this program. And it's a way for us to give back and show dynamic people of color doing some significant things. And then obviously I'm excited about the men, because these brothers are going to bring the hit. Dow and Rodney and Barry? You understand what I'm saying? And Deborah Day with the crew? Guess what? I ain't got to work, because I'm temporarily motivated to be. I'll be watching. I might make a special guest appearance here or there, but, you know, these guys are no joke. Wouldn't you agree? I already told them they're the stars of the show, not me. You know what I mean? They're documented, because documentation beats what? Okay, I want to go over this piece. This is going to be part of my book, but I'm going to let Daryl help me with it. It's called, this is a chapter in reference to self-supremacy. Have you ever heard of the word supremacy before? Yes. It's done in different contexts, all right? And it says man is inherently master over everything in his own life, because the principle, I'm going to let Daryl comment on this, because I want you to get his wisdom, okay? You with me? Man is inherently master over everything in his own life, because the principle of his being contains the possibility of complete mastership. And the realization of this principle produces the attitude of self-supremacy. While mind is in this attitude, only those impressions are formed that are consciously selected. Consequently, only those thoughts are created that conform to the purpose that may predominate in the mind at the time. To remain constantly in the attitude of self-supremacy, this is an important line. To remain constantly in the attitude of self-supremacy is therefore the secret of original thinking. And since the mastery of faith comes directly from original thinking, everything that interferes with the attitude of self-supremacy must be eliminated completely. What's your thoughts on that?
It's funny, because when I had mentioned self-supremacy on one of our morning phone calls, that Mr. C got excited about it, and because he was already vibrating on it anyway, and it's something I had never seen it written form like this, and concept came to me because of there's a lot of black people in our community who constantly talk about white supremacy. Have you heard? I mean, just like, it's like on and on and on and on, always looking at giving your power away on the outside rather than using your power on the inside. And the more and more you're saying that and projecting that and looking at what they're doing to be supreme, then if they're supreme, if somebody's the supreme, the other one has to be inferior. It's yin and yang. If you're constantly giving your power away, because you're gonna find what you're looking for. It's like today you see the Gucci with the sweater, the black sweater and the red lips. Now everybody's going crazy about that, but that's not even really the issue. The issue is you've been giving your money to Gucci forever, And there are black avant-garde fashion icons out there who are producing fine, high-level class wear that you're not purchasing. So you're already giving them your power to do whatever they want to do. So you give them their supremacy. You give it to them every day. So when we talk about self-supremacy, we have to go into the supremacy of self. And I always tell people, black people especially, if you say white supremacy, you got to say black supremacy 10 times just to eliminate that. And I'm saying, and I mean black supremacy in a positive way, because if you're constantly saying white supremacy, and me and Rodney was talking about this, right, Rodney? Your subconscious mind is hearing whites are supreme, whites are supreme. It's not talking about in your mind systematic racism. It's hearing white supremacy. White is supreme. And so that's what your brain is always going to be looking for, the supremacy of white people. That's the subconscious mind. That's the subconscious mind in full effect. So when you think of black people being supreme, then you'll know that the richest man on the planet was not Bill Gates, but it was Mansa Musa. And y'all don't know nothing about Mansa Musa. Ancient times, when I'm talking about, we talk about 500 years of slavery, but we don't talk about the 3,000 years we ruled the world. You see what I'm saying? So when there was somebody else on the other side, when we was on top, in fact, that's karmically, that's what this is about right now. So when we go back into self-supremacy, because that's beyond black supremacy. But I'm saying black because if you're saying white, you got to kill that white thing, go into your seeing supremacy in your own image, and then it goes beyond that into a spiritual thing that's self-supremacy. You get what I'm saying? And self is the I am, the creator in me. Because that's, you know what that's breaking down? That's saying I am God. I don't know if y'all ready for that. Because if God is all around me, God is above me, God is below me, God is in me, then who am I? Hello?
Oh, I'm not sure if they're ready for that. but let me ask, this is a deep question. Yeah. Watch this. You gave me the answer, but I want them to hear it.
Yeah.
Who do you think created the word white supremacy?
White supremacy is created by white supremacists who considered themselves supreme. But the concept comes from people on the outside who were on the other side of the supremacy, who were being oppressed, suppressed, depressed, and so whatever. And it works in two functions. The one function is it's the racial supremacy or the white supremacy, because any race can be that, who has power. Asian, you can have Asian supremacy. Anybody that controls their environment can play a supreme.
Hold up. Anyone who controls what?
Their environment.
Anyone who controls what?
Their environment can be labeled as supremacist. However, in this context, white supremacy is filters through the media, it filters through education, it filters through business, it filters through money, it filters through every endeavor in America because a handful of white elites control it, right? I'm talking about the hidden hand behind the Democrats and governments. And guess what? They're the money people. They're the billionaires, right? But they're not looking at it like, they're just looking at it, look, I'm controlling my environment, and if y'all stupid enough to let me control it, then I'm going to control it. You see?
Hold on. Who used the word white supremacy more, white people or black people?
Black people. Black people.
If we're using it the most, what type of energy are we throwing out?
And we're giving them power. Their subconscious mind is celebrating. Right? Because, you know, just like when we say white privilege, white people have privilege. Now, when you say that over going, now you're giving them privilege. What about your privilege? What about your self-privilege? When you tune into the I am, you mean to tell me you don't have privilege? You mean to tell me doors ain't gonna open that was closed? You gonna mean to tell me that roads won't open that were closed? You gonna tell me that you can't make your dreams? You don't tell me that the universe can't give you privilege. One of the first things about 30 years ago, first thing I ever heard a man say, Dick Gregory was on a long, long, long fast in my early years, in my early 20s. And out of nowhere, he was speaking, and he raised up, he said, I am the universe. And that blew me away. I had never heard anybody say that. And I was like, what? And we talked about it, and we became friends, and I was like, wow, I am. He was a proponent. He was about that I am consciousness. And I am is universal. It's the sound. In India, Eastern India, it's Om. In Africa, it's Amma. Amma. When you open your mouth, it's Ah. Amma is a mother, father, God in the Dogon tribe. So it's a universal sound that travels the universe. People interpret it in different ways. But I am, Dick Gregory used to tell me, chant that's I am. Okay? So I'm saying this universal I am, the creator in me, when that creator is in you, it's something that Reverend Michael Beckwith talks about. He said, there's an old world dying, and there's a new world being created. There's an old world dying and a new world being created. Are you going to die with the old, or are you going to create with the new? And you create with the new, with the I am, because when you tune into the I am will protect you, tell you where to go, will guide you, will tell you everything you need to know, because thank God there's a God. The biggest tanks on the planet, the biggest bombs on the planet are not more powerful than I am. That makes sense? I mean, I know y'all can handle this, right?
Let me give him this one.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'll rewind the last sentence. Everything that interferes with the attitude of self-supremacy must be eliminated completely. The most serious obstacle to this attitude is the belief that man is, for the greater part, the product of his environment, and that man cannot change to any extent until a change is first produced in his environment. The result of this belief, here we go, here's an important word. You ready for this one? The result of this belief is the attitude of self-submission. And more deeply this belief is felt, the more completely does man submit himself to the influence of his surroundings. While mind is in this attitude, mind is in this attitude. Are you catching this? Yes. Your mind is in that attitude. The more you're saying self-supremacy, the more you're dealing with the dynamics of submission. When you say white supremacy, that's submission. Are you catching what I'm saying? Yes. All right.
Because the opposite of superiority is inferiority. It's yin and yang.
While mind is in this attitude, it has only a partial control over the process of thinking. It accepts willingly every impression that may enter through the senses and permits the creation of that thought and the likeliness of those impressions without the slightness of discrimination. To remove the attitude of self-submission, a man must cease to believe that he is controlled by environment and must establish all his thinking upon the conviction that he is inherently master over his entire domain. What's your comment on that?
That's it, right? It's like Mr. C constantly talks about you controlling your environment rather than you being controlled by your environment. I don't know, how many people have read, who know who Dr. Dennis Kimbrough is? He wrote Think and Grow Rich, Your Black Choice, and he's written the book A Wealth Choice, which is part 2 to the Black Choice. In that book, He talks about there are 35,000 black millionaires in America and 6 black billionaires. 35,000 black millionaires and 6 black billionaires. And they all came from nothing, less than nothing. But they had a supreme consciousness. They thought things to a higher level of existence. They had self-supremacy. They did not let the environment control them, but they controlled their environment and then attracted and vibrated that which they saw in their vision, not what they saw in their sight, but in their vision, and they created that reality and broke through and became millionaires and billionaires. And these were individuals basically, well, some of them, a lot of them real estate, but a lot of them that we hear about are athletes and entertainers. The young people think that only black millionaires that are in America are athletes and entertainers. And you know why? Our media is guilty of this, and also the general media is guilty of this. They only show us black millionaires, entertainers, and athletes, but you don't see engineers and lawyers and scientists and business people and real estate and investor millionaires of people of color. You don't see that. So the youth want to be what? They want to be athletes and entertainers because you want to be what you see. You want to be what you see. But as you notice how the creator works, you got a lot of hip-hop artists today that are changing the game. They're getting in cryptocurrency, they buying up blocks, they're getting into real estate. They are showing the elders what's happening. They're not waiting. Like Dick Gregory, before he passed, he was talking to a young brother. He said, when we tired of marching. When y'all use your money and build these communities. The marching thing is over. We done did that. That's over. We fought and died for you all to do what you need to do now. The doors that we knocked down, take advantage of it, get that money, build, resurrect the community, and finance it. And he said, when y'all gonna do that? Don't do the same thing that we did. It's a different rhythm. It's a different vibration right now. And this vibration that we're talking about now, I am the creator in me. Thank you, Reverend Ike. Thank you, Reverend Ike. Y'all don't sleep on Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike, Bob Proctor was a student of Reverend Ike. Okay? And Bob Proctor is that boy 82 years old, that's a bad man. But Reverend Ike, look up Reverend Ike and Bob Proctor. Watch Bob Proctor's eulogy to his tribute to Reverend Ike on YouTube.
That dollar bill you've been reading? Yeah. It came from Reverend Ike. I added a little bit more flavor on it, but.
Yep. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Give this brother a hand.
Yeah.